Live from Studio 5 on Michigan Avenue, this is NBC 5 News Today at 6 a.m.
Still ahead on NBC 5, we're headed into wedding season.
That's right, and if you're trying to plan for that big day all by yourself, you know it can be a bit overwhelming. So up next, we're going to talk to one of Chicago's best wedding planners to avoid those last-minute emergencies.
First weekend in June, the season is here. It seems every wedding day has its share of minor mishaps. And since June is a big month for brides, we've called in Rennie Pedersen from Bliss Weddings and Events for some last-minute advice on brides, what they really need. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. We have a really beautiful display.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love those peonies. I have to ask, you know, so many people, they try to go it by themselves, but actually you're thinking that hiring a wedding planner may actually be better off, even if it does cost a little extra money?
Yeah, especially if you can't afford to hire somebody from start to finish, definitely try to hire somebody for at least the day of the event, so that they're there to orchestrate the event, to organize everybody, and so that you don't have to have vendors coming to you and asking you a million questions, so that you can really enjoy the day and be completely stress-free.
Yeah, because you talk about so many people just being really preoccupied. Now that has to do with like delegating. You want to give like every family member then a job or something?
Yeah, I mean, definitely get your groom involved. I know a lot of brides try to take this all on themselves and feel like they have to do it all, but get your groom involved. He can do a lot of things.
More than show up after golf.
Yeah, exactly. He can, you know, organize the night of the wedding, the honeymoon suite, put together the honeymoon, get the rings, pick them up, get them engraved, and then get your bridesmaids and your maid of honor. Everybody wants to help, but they just need to tell them what to do.
Okay. Also, you talk about putting together these like emergency kits for the day, and I love all these bags here. Tell us, you know, what should every bride have sort of as a little arsenal on the side?
Well, of course, mine is a little intense because I've experienced all different kinds of situations, so I'm really prepared. But if you are putting this together, have your bridesmaids or maid of honor just to put together at least things like mints and tissues and hairspray, and a sewing kit of some kind is really important. If you can, some double stick tape. I just had a wedding where some lace came off of the bottom of a dress, and I just double stick taped it, put a little stitches in, and it was all fine. So at least have those kinds of things on hand so that if something does come up, you're prepared.
So organization really is key, but it's so hard to do.
It is, but if you can at least put something together, put it together in a binder. I have this. You can use this later as a scrapbook, but you can put together things like you know, all your invites and your program and your save the date, so that people know what's going on, your different inspiration if it's a painting, different colors. An agenda, that's the most important thing. Definitely put together on-site contacts, cell phones, and so that give it to all your vendors so that they know what's going on, so they don't have to bother you.
Maybe they can contact each other.
Exactly.
Oh, great.
Exactly.
Great. Now, actually, too, you know, speaking of the photo that you have in the front, I guess really, what is like the best conversation you can have with your photographer?
Well, it's really important that you think that through. That's my next tip, is to really think through the wedding day and put together lists of photos you definitely want taken. If that includes you and your grandmother, both families together, and if you don't specify these things, the photographer won't always know. Also put together things like must playlists and do not playlists for your band and DJ, because that's really important and becomes really personal, and have them sign off on that as well.
Great. And now, I guess, how do you know, what do you do when you're organizing a wedding? What do you do to the bride to just say, okay, relax? What's your best tip? Relax.
Really try to relax, enjoy the day, be flexible, because things come up. It's an event. Things do happen. But you have hired all your vendors, and you need to make sure that you know that you can relax and just let it go, and know that they have your best interests at heart, and they're going to do a great job for you.
All your tips at NBC5.com. Rennie Pedersen, thank you so much for being with us. All right, we're ready to walk down the aisle. Anita, back to you.
Okay, hope we got a lot of people ready. Thank you very much, Kim.